Alright, and welcome to a McFatCast presentation. I am your host, McFatback. We've got here Dignitas versus TDK game number 2. So let's jump right into the action here. So we have Billy Boss on top lane Poppy. We have Kiri on the jungle. Oh my god. Alright, let's back that up. Alright, and welcome to a McFatCast presentation. I am your host, McFatback. We have game 2 here of Dig versus TDK. Let's jump right into the action. We've got Billy Boss on the top lane Poppy. We have Kiri on the jungle Nidalee. We have Shifter on mid lane with LeBlanc. We have Apollo on the bot lane Lucian, and Kiwi Kid on one of his signature support heroes, Alistar. And for TDK, we have Flares on the top lane Trundle. We have Kez on the jungle Elise. We have Alex Each on the mid lane. And we have OBQ on the Caitlyn. And Trance on support with the Janna bot lane. So let's jump right into the action here. Little bit of dewarding going on. Nicely done there by Kez and Flares. Everybody's pretty much just getting set up for the laning phase. Showing off a little bit there. Not a whole lot going on. Trundle backing after getting that ward. Getting out. Let's run through some items. Both top laners going to start with the Vial here. Junglers, looks like Nidalee is going for the mana regen, while Elise is going for the machete, which I actually find a little bit interesting, but I've seen it done both ways as far as the machete versus the mana regen. Shifter here and Alex each going to be battling it out in the mid lane. Hopefully, well, let's see who gets some kind of lane control. Some nice aggression there, some early poke on Alex each, and that's kind of what you need. That's what we like to see too. Get in there and get really aggressive. Bot lane duo taking out the jungle creep, getting to lane. Nicely done. Good timing there. Did not miss anything. Nicely timed Q by the Caitlyn. I think this bot lane will be a very static farming lane. Should be pretty interesting. It's going to come down to really a battle of the mechanics, I feel. Looks like the Caitlyn Janna combo is going to be able to play a little bit more aggressive with that Janna shield. Should be able to win those early trades. Oh, nice! Nicely done by Alex Each. Bot lane going on to OHQ, TDK. Some very nice poke. I'm actually quite surprised by that. Actually came out pretty even, but no, that was a really nicely timed freeze there on Lysandre by Alex Each in mid. Shifter went in on him, and he immediately froze him, making all that poke pretty much negligible. As I said, this lane I feel is going to be the static farm lane. It's going to come down to really just who's going to get the most out of the farm, and who's going to do the most with it. A little bit of aggression by Flares up top. Looks like he's actually got the level advantage up there already, coming out pretty far ahead on that trade right there, forcing some regen out on the two junglers. Nicely timed cocoon. Kiri says, no, I don't want any of that. Oh, the spear dodge. That was also nicely done. Mid laners are coming to get involved here. Oh, the Trundle TP is coming in. This could be disaster. Nicely timed freeze. Good knock up. Oh, Kiri goes down. They're going on to Kiwi Kid. Force the flash. Flares flashes back onto him. I don't see Kiwi Kid getting out of this one. Can he get around the corner? I don't think he's going to get away. The Elise Cocoon's going to come out here. Definitely. He's definitely buying his team some time, which is important. Yeah, not much Kiwi Kid could have done there. Really just stall out for his lanes. That gave Poppy some time to get a head up on that farm there. And kind of drew Alex Each away from the mid. Give his team as much space as possible. Oh no, Alex Each is in trouble here. Oh, he gets the passive. Oh, no. Wow. I did not see that happening. Will Kez be able to catch up to Shifter? I'm not sure. Nope. Nidalee, right spot, right time. That's what you like to see out of the junglers. This is a really nice rotation. Yeah, Alex Each, I thought he was gonna win that trade, but looks like Shifter too much for him to handle. He comes back playing with the Negatron and double Doran's rings. Get a recap here of the fight. There's a really, really nice cocoon going on right there. And I think the junglers weren't really willing to commit to a fight. As you can see the nice spear dodge there. I think they were more just testing the waters with where it's at. And then this is where it all starts. The Eternal TP. Alex Each comes in. Kiwi, the nice freeze. Kiwi Kid does get the very nice knock up. Jano with the tornado of her own. And then Kiwi Kid, questionable flash, I must say. I mean, he did buy, like I said, he bought his mid lane and top a bunch of time. As you can see, LeBlanc just goes back to lane, and Poppy just doesn't even bother to leave. Just get as much farm as you can. Hopefully shove that wave into the tower. Deny some nice XP and farm. Let's take a look at the CS. Trundle, actually, he's still ahead. I find that kind of concerning for this Poppy, especially since he TP'd out. I mean, granted, it's only a couple creeps, but you have to imagine that he missed maybe a full wave, if not more. Mid lane, that's pretty much dead even, other than, well, they both got the kill, and they've both got the Negatrons now, so a little bit of survivability. I guess they're kind of afraid of the burst, which rightfully so. I mean, going against a LeBlanc, that's what you don't want. You know, she gets on top of you. That's not really what you're looking for, although Lysandra is kind of nice because if she jumps in, so nice poke landed there. If she jumps in when Alex Each hits 6, he's just got to press R, and that'll just be a nightmare for Shifter. So I'd like to see some more jungle pressure from the Elise. Going back in on Alex Each here, force him out. Uh-oh. There's no ignite, though, and it looks like he's just going to be forced back. Elise is going to come cover mid. Trundle going very aggressive up top. Level 6 hit. Bottom lane being shoved in. A nice combo from the Kiwi Kid Alistair. Oh, some really nice poke on OHQ. I don't think they're just going to force him back out of here. There's no follow-up on that kill. Kiri doing a little bit of scouting here with the spear. Oh! Alright, yep. Some nice deep wards. Just messing with Kez a little bit. Annoying him. Trundle going in here. Oh, the jungler's here as well. I don't think anything is going to come of this, though. I think they're just going to dance. They're just going to back off. A little bit of awkward pathing there from Flares, taking some unnecessary poke. Pink ward spotted out by Kez there in the brush. That's a nice find. Getting some more vision for Alex, as he seems to be not really struggling so much. I mean, they're even in CS, but he's definitely getting close to getting forced out of lane again, which is what you don't want. Oh, a very nice spear, but no follow-up. That will probably spell Alex Each going back to base, as you can see him teleporting out right there. Bottom lane, let's take a look at the farm. Pretty even there. We've got pickaxe to the hammer there on Lucian. They're diving flares up top. He ulties. Oh, that was a very questionable flash. Will Flares die to creeps here? Oh! Kiri goes back in for the play. Will it cost him his life? The smite coming in. Will he be able to get away? Let's see. I don't know if he will. No. Bit of an unnecessary flash, but he secures the kill nonetheless. Can't blame him for that one. Better safe than sorry. Definitely. Bottom lane getting shoved in here. We're going to get a recap here of the dive up top. Poppy going in with the knock-up. The spear misses there. And Flares does actually a really nice job buying time. Billy Boss with a failed flash over the wall. Not that it mattered because Kez was right there as well. Kiri kind of going crazy deep back in there. I think he could have gotten out. But as you know, the old saying of, worth, definitely. Kez there with the questionable flash. But securing the kill, that's all really you can ask right there. I mean, that Elise is off to a 3-0 start. That's a really solid start right there. Bottom lane, there was a 10 creep discrepancy between the two 80 carries back in mid just for a little bit of harass. But as you can see, they're really just even back and forth. With the Janus shield and the Alistair sustain, minus jungle pressure, they're going to be pretty hard pressed to get some kills down there unless there's some positioning mistakes. So they're just going to be farming it out. The blue passed over to Shifter. I'm sure he will put that to good use, as it looks like he's close to finishing his Abyssal. It looks like that is what Lysandra is probably going to be working towards as well. Top lane, Trundle is actually falling a little bit behind in the CS, but he does have the nice 4 assists. Blue going over to Alex each. Keep him even with Shifter. I'm sure he will put that to good use as well. He'll need it as well to keep spamming those waves out, to keep Shifter from being able to just shove him into the tower and getting on top of him. Kiwi could do a nice job clearing out those traps, giving Apollo the space to need lane just in case anything hairy goes down. We have the Nidalee coming down here, pinging it out. There's a ward in the brush in the river. Kiri is coming up. It looks like they are going to spot the ward and get that cleared out. That was very nicely done. Just the CS and back and forth, 0-0-0 across the board for the 80 carries. I don't really see a whole lot of change in that until they decide to start grouping. Whenever they decide to end the laning phase, and honestly, I mean, if I'm Caitlyn, I want to sit in the laning phase as long as possible. Nice catch on the pink ward. Shifter going in here on Alex each misses the rope, going in on Kiri with a nice freeze. Trundle coming in for the TP. Will it be enough? He gets it down. Yes, Alex each will finish him up there. The little bit of harassment of flares on the way out, but that was a good catch on that pink. But back to bottom lane. If I'm Caitlyn, I really want this laning phase to just kind of expand out and just... I'm okay with farming. I'm okay with trading that farm for Lucian. I'm sure she's got no qualms about that. Billy Boss putting some heavy pressure. Not going to take the tower. Just really going to deny as many creeps as possible as Trundle. Just already up to about 20 creeps. We have Elise here starting up the dragon. Looks like... Is he going to get it solo? There's a ward there in the brush, but I don't think anybody's going to be able to respond. He's going to get that. Billy Boss decides to trade for the tower instead. That dragon will be going over. Gold is about a 500 gold lead. Is he going to be able to get this? Yeah, he's fine. It looked like they were starting to rotate, but that was a bit late. Had they rotated a bit earlier, they might have been able to stop that. Alex each TPing back in the middle, so his TP will be down for quite a while. Not going to be able to use that. Getting some ward coverage. Hopefully, will Kiri spot out this pink ward? Will he? Yes, he will. All right. Alex each is not going to give that to him for free. Well, he decides to back off. Doesn't know who... Well, he saw the Alistair come up through the river. A smart choice on his part. Not worth losing his life for a ward. Definitely not worth blowing any summoners for that one. And it looks like they caught... Get a deep ward in at the blue. That'll be nice. Give them some vision of that Elise when she decides to rotate, although she's all the way up by the Krugs going back. Right now, let's look at some item progression. We've got the Sunfire Cape on the Poppy as well as the Mana Crystal. I would assume that's going to be built into a Frostburn or Frozen. I'm going to guess Frostburn. I mean, he's already ahead. Oh, going in on Shifter here. Oh, the fake out with the W. Flares and taking a little bit of poke here. I thought that he was going to be dead for sure there at the ult. This is now being turned on Alex each. He's just got nowhere to go. No team to back him up. He just goes down. The Trundle with the Tiamat. Going for a little bit of more aggressive build there. Probably looking to pick up some more farm. Some nice poke from the Lucian there. Forcing Caitlyn back. This tower is going to go down for free. It doesn't look like anyone else is going to rotate down for this one. So that'll be a little bit of nice gold there. Already up to about 1,000 gold lead on Dig. Let's take a look at junglers are about even in items. They both have abyssals there in mid, although Shifter is up about 10, 15 creeps at any given point or time. Let's take a look at 80 carries. The 80 carries are looking pretty even. Both of them now have a BF. Yeah, and as you can see, the fans seem to agree. This game's pretty even right now. It could go either way. The tornado down on Kiwi Kid, just trying to get a little bit of poke with the Janus shield. Forcing them back. Caitlyn comes in here and says, oh, I need some of this farm. Let me have it. Kiri doing a little bit of counter jungling, just taking away what he can from Elise. He's actually up a considerable amount of creeps there. The Krugs, as you can see, are already gone. Let's go down to supports. Looks like we have Relic Shield, Sightstone, and Sightstone on the Janna as well. Obviously not expecting huge items out of there, you know, barring the Kiwi Kid Pentakill. The Titanic Hydra finished on Trundle there. That's a very nice pickup. Sheen on the Poppy. So it does look like that's going to be the Frostburn Gauntlet. Looks like Shifter is possibly building towards Umbrellos. Maybe put a stop to that Trundle heal. I'm interested to see kind of second item progression. Going in here on Alex Each. Gets the rope down, but it looks like Alex will be able to get away. Oh, led the spear. That was very nice by Kiri. Forced Alex to stay back, take even more poke. Billy Boss in from the side. He just puts him right into the wall and cleans him up, gets him out of there. Kez is not going to be able to do a whole lot here on his own. Trundle is rotating in, but I'm not sure there's a whole lot they can do here. Caitlyn and Jana are being forced back and does not look like they will be able to join their team. Trundle doing what he can to just slow it down, but I'm afraid if he comes in here, he's just going to be signing a death warrant. You know, all it takes is he gets put into a wall, and Shifter's just going to blow him up. Another tower goes down for Dig. So they're up almost 4,000 gold at this point. TDK does have the dragon lead, however. That could come into play. Granted, it's only one dragon, but if they can snowball that into a few more, it can make a difference. Billy Boss doing some jungle farming here. Cleaning up. His lane is pushed out a little bit. Nice catch of the ward by Flares. Gonna get that blue ward, I assume, as well. Alex Each coming back mid with a ruby crystal. Kez setting up for the blue to hand that over. Swifties onto the Caitlyn, as well as the Jana. Alistair Swifties as well. Lucian opting for the attack speed boots. And the Essence Reaver. That's a very... I don't want to say interesting item, but it'll be, I guess, interesting to see how that matches up against the Caitlyn. Caitlyn with the IE finished. She's going to be bringing the pain. And the later this game goes, I mean, if Shifter gets caught out in the wrong position with an Alex Each freeze or a cocoon, I mean, Caitlyn could very easily blow some of these targets up. Flair's playing a little bit of dancing with Billy Boss, kind of clearing that pink out. Billy Boss not really sure of where everyone's at, not wanting to risk it. Wise decision as Elise is in the neighborhood. They're pinging it out here. Elise is hanging around. I see Kiri making his way slowly around here. It looks like he's cleaning up the scuttle. Getting some vision down for his team. As you can see by the wards right now, really, really defensive from TDK. They're kind of on the back foot here, and I'd like to see some more aggressive wards from Dig. It looks like they've kind of got, you know, by the red buff covered and Rivers, some kind of your more generic spots. But I'd really like to see some aggressive vision and have them get a pick. I feel like they're not massively ahead, but they're ahead enough that I feel like they can make a play. Maybe set up for a dragon. Looks like Elise is rotating top. Are they going to dive Billy Boss here? Flares goes in. Oh, Billy Boss just says, get out of my face, knocks him away. Flares is now under the tower, but he's got Billy Boss on the back foot. Will he get out here with the flash? He's chasing him down. Yeah, he's got him. He's done. Very nicely done. But on the other hand, it looks like Apollo and Kiwi Kid, Shifter and Kiri have amassed on the bottom lane. That tower's just toast. Goodbye. Free gold. Gold lead about 3.6k right now, so not too big of a change there. I think that Dig would have liked to keep Billy Boss alive on the top lane, but that's not a horrible trade. They are going to set up for the dragon here. We have Kiri started on that. And, I mean, now they've got some deep vision over there by the red. They've got the pink up by the wolves. And really, their TDK is pushed so far back. They can't contest this. That's just a free dragon. As you can see, he just early smites it. No chance of that getting stolen. Very nicely done. Some good positioning there. Stealing away the jungle creep. Oh, no. Caitlyn just says, well, you know, I'm already farming the lane. Thanks for getting that one low for me, guys. Appreciate the free gold. And looks like they're going to get the Rift Herald here. Nicely done. That was a nice pickup. I mean, given the scenario and what they had to work with, that was a good call, taking that trade. You know, Dragon's down. They've kind of lost control of the bottom half of their jungle. But there's no vision up by the Rift Herald, so I really like the decision to just go for that. I mean, Baron's going to be spawning relatively quickly anyway. Might as well get some use out of it. That should help a little bit. Spectre's Cal coming in for the Trundle, looking to tank up a little bit. Looks like Poppy actually stopped with the Sheen and went back for a Spectre's Cal as well. Rod of Ages on the Nidalee. Locket on the Elise. Trying to help her team out, survive any way they can. Morello's finished up on Shifter. Billy Boss winding up the hammer. Swing and a miss. And it looks like this tower is going to fall. I don't see anybody rotating. Yeah, Lucian's solo pushing top. they're going to let that one go, which, I mean, if they're going to trade a Tier 1 for a Tier 2, I'm sure Dig is okay with that any day of the week. But the question is, will TDK push it further? It looks like they plan on it. Will there be some rotation back is the question. Yes, Apollo does in fact get that tower up top with Kira. They've got to come back. They're going to start taking damage on this Tier 3 for free. That is not worth it at all. Kiwi Kid tanking it a little bit. Throws the ulti down. Yeah, Kez and Trance are trying to get back right now. They going down to Alex Each. He's deep. He's got to get away. The flash. The Lucian ultimate. Oh, Alex Each has to ult himself. Apollo is now in big trouble trying to get away. The flash, will he get away? No, he will not. But they did get the Tier 3. That is the important thing. The Tier 2 did go down bottom lane while that was going on. Alex Each needing to retreat there, eating a spear on the way out. That's not what you want. They just gave that Tier 3 up for free. I mean, I guess not for free. They got a Tier 2 bottom, but I mean, it cost them a Lucian and a Tier 2. Well, you would have liked to keep the Lucian alive. Yeah, I mean, they just very slow to react here. I mean, Alex Each gets caught. The TP's coming in from Trundle. Alex Each has to self-ult to survive right there. Nice catch by Kez there onto Apollo. Trundle comes in. Another fight here in the middle. Flares getting pushed back. Looks like TDK is trying to force the subject here in mid. They're trying to pick up this tower gold. They've cut the lead down to about 2,000, which is actually pretty nice. But that naked, that exposed inhibitor worries me for later. Looks like Dig is going to be able to successfully defend that for now. Janna has joined the party, and she says, "All right, guys, let's get out of here. Don't wanna lose everything they just gained. Definitely. Let's see here. I mean, Apollo getting the push. He's got the static shift now. Shifter picking up the blue. Let's take a look at Caitlyn. Looks like she's going for the hand cannon. Pretty standard items." She's got to get one or two more items, though, I think, at this point to be a gigantic impact. Or she's going to have some really good plays set up by her teammates. Her farm is pretty big. Her and Lucian are par. Oh, shit, you're going in. Whew. The net away. The spear was just short. Alex Each, also with the Rod of Ages with his own. I'm not really sure how I feel about the late Rod of Ages. Obviously, the game goes long enough, it will pay off and be worth it. Kiwi Kid going in, stunning up flares. Looks like there's not much that they can do. Oh, they're actually going to dive. I'm not sure I agree with this decision. They need to back off here. They get the tower and get out. They are chasing them back. Billy Boss with the ult. Flares is going to be the sacrificial lamb, it seems. No. His team comes back in to defend him. The Jan ult keeping everybody alive. The Kiwi Kid knockup. Look, the turnaround. Kiwi Kid ends up going down. Billy Boss is on full retreat mode. Shifter just trying to keep his teammates alive. Buy them some time. Wow. That was not what I expected to happen there. I questioned Flares diving a little bit, but apparently, what do I know? They end up out on top of that one, and the lead has been cut down to 1,000 gold. Very nicely done by TDK here. That was well played, I must say. Yeah, let's get a recap of this. So Kiwi Kid goes in here. The spear's missed the backline, and they just decide, you know what? The tower's almost dead. They kill the tower. Flares is going in. His teammate's like, whoa, let's back off. Flares is getting chunked down. Billy Boss knocks everyone away. Elise up in the air. Flares, it looks like he's for sure dead here. Alex Each comes back in. The Janna ult keeps him alive. As you can see, very well coordinated, and everyone else has to back off as they're low, and they just leave Kiwi Kid to die. Sorry, man, but you got to take one for the team there. That was very nicely done by TDK. And now the lead is down to 600 gold. Less than that, even. Dig's got to start taking these team fights a little bit better here. Not getting caught off guard. Poppy has now finished the Frostburn Gauntlet, as we discussed earlier. Looks like the Banshee's Veil finished on the Trundle. Looks like he's picking up a Ruby Crystal and a Cloth Armor there. Kerry doing a little bit of scouting for his team. Blasting Wand picked up on the Nidalee. Giant's Belt and the Tome on the Elise. Looks like Riley's possibility there. Vamp Scepter on the Lucian. We already talked about the Static Shiv. Going in for another Zeal here on the Caitlyn. The Aegis finished on to Kiwi Kid on the Alistair. Billy Boss caught here, really just putting down some harass, just being annoying. I don't think anything's going to come of this, although they are grouping up now. Maybe looking for a pick. The Dragon is up, and it has been started by Alex Each. I'm not sure if this is what they want. If they think they can poke it down, yeah, sure. Trundle is TPing in with the home guards. Billy Boss keeping him zoned out, so he's kind of split. Will they commit to this? It looks like they will. They're coming in. Oh, nicely done by the Nidalee. Stolen away. Here comes the team fight. Kiwi Kid with a 4-man knock-up. Kaz put right in the wall, but Billy Boss just going to disintegrate. Shifter coming in from the backside, but he's going to have to back off. Now they're just going to chase down Apollo. He's exhausted. He is donezo. Goodbye. Wow. What looked like could have been a sticky situation for TDK ends up turning into, yes, they lost the dragon, which was nicely stolen away by the Nidalee. But the team fight, and probably this tier 2, if not more, is now going to go to TDK. They now have a 500 gold lead. After being down 4,000 gold, they have made a remarkable stand here. Flair's just keeping Kiwi Kid out. Kiri trying to get some spears down, force them back. Looks like TDK is not going to press the issue. They got the tower. They got the team fight. Yes, they lost the dragon, but they're going to take their gold lead, and they're going to fall back to their own jungle, pick up some more items. Yeah, let's get a look at this here. So Billy Boss comes in. Flair's on the back line. Kiwi Kid is going to nicely 4-man ult here. Shifter trying to get into the back line, looking for that Caitlyn, but look at the damage there. He just has to back out. The Janna ultimate keeping everyone alive. Kiri is cut off in the pit. Apollo just gets exhausted, and Kiwi Kid just got a ditch. There's nothing he can do for his AD carry at that point. He'd just be throwing his life away. As I was talking about before that team fight, the Zeal coming out on the Caitlyn. Very nice. The Hex Drinker coming out as well. Hopefully a little bit of survivability as well as some damage there. The Janna looking to... She has the upgraded Swifties with, I believe, Captain on them. And the Ascension for the speed for the team, which is really nice for those upgrades really nice for those team fights when they're trying to get in and out very quickly. On top of the Janna speed already, to really help with that positioning. That pink ward was spotted out, I believe, by the Nidalee, but it looks like they're not really sure where everyone's at, so they're gonna let that one go. Forcing Flares back here out of the jungle. Looking to secure some more farm up top. Lucian's going to have to get some big item progression here, I think, to be able to stick in these fights. I just don't think he's going to do as much damage as the Caitlyn. I mean, yeah, he's got his ultimate, and that's all fine and dandy, but once that's down, speaking of which, Flares is just... He will not leave Apollo alone. He is not going to let him free farm this.
Brad is a gay on the server.
Yo.
There is... no way. And they go on to Flares here, and he is done. Sorry about that. People
Sound
coming
muted.
into TeamSpeak, because I did not have it muted, because I'm a professional. Going on to Alex Each here. The nice self-freeze. The Janna ultimates keep everybody alive. Billy Boss is in way too deep. He's going to... Oh, just barely live by the skin of his teeth. Alex Each ends up going down. Flares went down as well. Wow. Billy Boss just barely surviving there. That was... very well played by him. He knows the limit of the hero very well. Kiri getting caught here a little bit, putting a lot of damage down as the Caitlyn, forcing him out. They've got a lot of deep wards in that jungle, which is going to help them with the coverage for this Baron. Looks like they're going to start it up. The Elise is aware there's a pink down in the pit, and Dig decides better. They decide to back off. They are still down about 700 gold at this time. But back to my point with Lucian, I don't think he's going to be able to contribute quite as much. As you can see, Flares is just not giving him anything for free. He's just been annoying him. But here comes the TP from Billy Boss. Flares is just knocked up, put into the wall by Billy Boss, and he does nothing. Kez misses the ensnare. Alex Each just eats an entire Apollo ultimate, which is what I'm talking about. That's where a lot of his damage is coming from. And it's just not enough to keep him alive. Billy Boss taken down to just 0 HP, and he just walks away. He says, alright guys, I've done my part. I'm heading home. Very well done by Dig, I must say, in that fight. The Caitlyn has now finished the Runance as well. Man, she's going to be bringing the pain in the next team fight. Shifter has got to get... If Shifter can get on top of the Caitlyn and just shut her down, just take her out immediately, Dig will take that fight and probably end the game. Elise has finished up that Rylai's. The Randuin's onto the Trundle will help him tank up a little bit. The finished Banshees, after getting the casual Spectre's Cowl, Billy Boss went back on the Poppy for the Frostburn Gauntlet and has now decided to finish his Banshee's Veil. The Void Staff onto the Nidalee, help with some of that Magic Pen. Void Staff on the LeBlanc as well. As you can see, we're heading back in for another Baron attempt. Trundle's on the wrong side of the map. He's doing red. He doesn't have teleport, I don't think. Oh, he does. It's up. He's waiting. Are they going to bait this out? Kez flanking around the side. And Snare misses. Alex Each just going straight into Alistair. Not sure what that was. Billy Boss knocking him away. Billy Boss goes down. The Caitlyn is just bringing the heat. Alex Each survives. Wow. Very nice by him. Kiwi Kid down. That Caitlyn is just destroying people. Goodbye, Apollo. Get out of here. Nobody has time to deal with you right now. That Caitlyn pretty much just sat there alone. Yeah, this Baron is going to be very hard-pressed for them to steal here. I don't see it happening. Caitlyn ultimate and the net, forcing Shifter. There's no way. Yeah, this is a free Baron, barring a miracle from Kiri here. Should not happen. Eating a spear there is Caitlyn getting her a little bit low, but I don't think he'll risk it. Yeah, Alex Each is now back. That's a free Baron. Wow, this is such a back-and-forth game. Dig was ahead for so long, and TDK was just not giving up, pulling all the right team fights, had the good positioning, had the wards they needed. They pulled it back to even, and now they are the ones that are up by nearly 4,000 gold. A complete swing. This game has been a pleasure to watch, for sure. Look at that. Even Kiri just forced off the scuttle. Now they're onto the dragon. Alex Each is not going to be there, but it does not look like Dig's going to be able to react in time. Absolutely not. That's a free dragon. They get the dragon back out. They've got some more aggressive wards now. TDK does on Dig's side, which is what I like to see. They need to keep the ball rolling here. Let's get a recap of this fight. So Alex Each just blindly walks into Alistair. For sure, he looks like he's going down. Self ults. Delusional hits nothing. He gets out. Billy Boss knocks everyone away. Instantly dies. The Caitlyn is just sitting there, just right-clicking everyone, saying, "All right, guys, if you're gonna leave me to my own devices, you better prepare to die." Gets the double kill. Apollo just taken out. Kiri is forced to leave. Almost gets caught by Kez, which could have been his death. The positioning from this Caitlyn is very nice. His team is doing a good job of protecting him. It looks like they're going to siege this bottom tier 3. I'm not sure that Dig is going to be able to defend this. Yeah, no, it just melts. A couple right clicks from the Caitlyn just takes it right out. They're now trying to poke away at this inhibitor, but it looks like Dig does not want to give it up for free. Alex Each has not joined the party yet. Shifter is sitting on the side, waiting to flank. They're just going to keep poking this down, and yeah, this inhibitor is going to go down, absolutely. Now it's a matter of, do they get it for free? Is everyone going to be able to get out okay? Shifter waiting on the sidelines. Flair's throwing up the old traffic cones, saying, everybody look out. Keeping Shifter at bay. They've now rotated to mid. That tower is already half dead. They're going to be able to siege this one down, too. Shifter's trying to get around to the side, hoping he can get to OHQ on that Caitlyn, taking down. This tower is just disintegrating. And that is it. The tower is gone. Will they back off or will they press the issue? No, they're not done yet. They're trying to lay down as much poke with these Nidalee Spears, and Shifter is just looking for any way to get in on the sides. Billy Boss caught here. The traffic cone comes out. Caitlyn's right-clicking on Alistair with a nice two-man stun. Alex Each getting hit there. Billy Boss knocks him away. The nice Janna ultimate healing everybody up a little bit, and TDK could just walk away from this if they want. But it looks like they're... Yeah, that's the right call. It looks like they were hesitant to back off there, and that they were possibly just going to try and force the issue again, but I think they made the correct decision. Let's go back. Let's clean up our jungle. Let's spend our gold. Let's get Caitlyn this red. Let's gear up for the next fight. They are now up to about a 6,000 gold lead. Well done. The Zonia is being finished on Alex Each. Everything falling into place here at TDK. As you can see, they're more than double up on kills. Not that kills means everything, but a lot of the gold swing has come from that, and there's the dragons they took as well. Very well played game all around. And as I've spoken before, OHQ, with the very nice positioning throughout this game, he's just not put himself in a position for Shifter to really get in and flank him. He is constantly being defended by the Janna. The Janna might as well be glued to him at this point. His team is just playing it perfectly. They've had a few missteps, but as far as protecting that Caitlyn, they're doing a phenomenal job, as you can see with a 3-0 and 3 score, whereas Lucian had far forward there, but Shifter was not in the correct position to jump on him. They're just trying to force TDK, I feel, into a misplay. And I'm not sure, TDK is not going to give them the opportunity. They're just going to, you know what, guys? We're getting poked here. Let's not get flustered. Let's back up. We've got some more gold. Baron's going to spawn up in about 55 seconds. Let's regroup. Let's get some wards out. Let's get some map control back. Let's take this Baron and then just end the game. I think this game's going to come down to the next Baron fight. And I think it's either going to be... I mean, there's a chance that TDK could get the Baron and lose the fight, definitely, if they're not careful. Down there, they're trying to deal with Trundle, messing with them in the mid. The last Whisper being picked up on Lucian. I'm not sure that's going to help him where he needs. I think his last item has to be a heavy damage item, like the IE. On the flip side, Mercurial's Saber being finished by the Caitlyn. So, in the off chance she does get caught by the LeBlanc rope, just cleanse it off. Just walk away. No big deal. A little bit of magic resistance also will help if Shifter does get on top of her. There is a chance between the Janna shield, the Janna ultimate, that she will actually not just die instantly, which I think is kind of more the point there. I mean, she gets the damage as well, which is very nice. The Banner of Command coming in on the Janna. This is a farm Janna. Look at that. Talisman, Banner of Command, Sightstone, and a Ruby Crystal. Frostburn finished on that Trundle. They are sieging this inhibitor middle lane, popping the bubble on flares, laying down some poke, but they don't care. Yeah. And that's the perks of Janna having that talisman, is they get into trouble, they just pop that, just walk away, just casually go for a stroll. They're grouping up here, and I think this is going to be the push. I think they're going to commit to this one. OHQ eating a spear there. Billy Boss trying to get on the side. Really, I think they're just trying to get TDK to misplay. Like, that Caitlyn was a little bit far forward there, but Shifter was not in the correct position to jump on him. They're just trying to force TDK, I feel, into a misplay. And I'm not sure, yeah, TDK is not going to give them the opportunity. They're just going to, you know what, guys? We're getting poked here. Let's not get flustered. Let's back up. We've got some more gold. Baron's going to spawn up in about 55 seconds. Let's regroup. Let's get some wards out. Let's get some map control back. Let's take this Baron and then just end the game. I think this game's going to come down to the next Baron fight, and I think it's either going to be... I mean, there's a chance that TDK could get the Baron and lose the fight, definitely, if they're not careful. Shifter could definitely get in there and lay down the heat, lay down the law. With Apollo as well, put in some nice damage, maybe a flash knockout from Kiwi Kid. Billy Boss with the Thornmail is going to be a thorn in TDK's side. The dragon being set up here by TDK, it's not going to be contested. Alex Each just going top to farm. That's a free dragon. That is number 3. I think Dig is just going to have to, I guess for lack of better words, dig in. Flares and Billy Boss just going back and forth. Flares just messing with him. The flash knocking to the wall. Flares being knocked up. They're collapsing on him. I think he's going down here. There's no way he's getting out the flash. No way. He's just going to walk away. He walks away. Teleport coming in from Alex Each. The flash onto Apollo. He goes down instantly. The Caitlyn. Uh-oh. Shifter finally got on the Caitlyn, and he couldn't even finish him off. The instant cleanse. Billy Boss going down. That was Shifter's chance to take down OHQ. He finally got onto the Caitlyn. He's finally left to his own devices, and he just goes nowhere. The Caitlyn just right-clicked him, stood her ground, and said, all right, bring it. Let's do it. Tier 4 going down here. This might be the game from Dignitas. Going down. TDK pressuring poor Kiwi Kid back into the fountain, and this is going to be the game. TDK taking down Dig in game 2, 17-6. Well played, TDK. As you can see, very happy with that one. Big smiles all around. Alex Each there in the middle. You can see he's got his game face on. He's like, all right, guys, good game. Let's get ready for game 3. Let's get this going. Really impressive game from these guys. They hung in there. They didn't give up. I mean, they're only down about 4K, which isn't a whole lot, but I mean, it's a significant margin. They made all the right plays. They made all the right calls. They protected that Caitlyn to the very end. That at the end there in that last team fight, that Caitlyn was very exposed, and Shifter got onto him and was not able to finish him off. And he had to back off. I would say Game 3 is definitely going to be very interesting. Thank you guys for joining me today for the McFatCast. I am your host, McFatback, and we'll see you next time.